What up, everybody? Welcome to Slide. This is Derek G, and we're going to talk about Art Basel, Art Week Miami, whatever you want to call it. This happened this past week or so, first week of December. Being born and raised in Miami, I've obviously seen Basel turn from an art thing to an entertainment thing to now it looks like it's turning into a car thing. Crazy the amount of cars that are being involved or included into performance art, visual art, digital art. It's so car related that even Jaguar unveiled their new concept rebrand in Miami for Miami Art Week and Art Basel. It's pretty crazy to be out here. Being a car guy, it has its gives and its takes because there's just some people that kind of get away with murder for shock value versus like actual art per se. But nonetheless, everything has a fan base. And it all works great, and I'm just happy that it's all coming to Miami. We're gonna do cool stuff down here. I was in the convertible all week just because the weather was amazing. And with all these car things and all the different car people we're going to show you, we're going to start off with my 1975 Chevy Caprice. I've had it for about 10 years now. Bought it, got it fully restored, and I've kept it all OG except for the hubcap. The hubcaps are from a New York Caprice because I like them more than the original hubcaps for whatever reason. But nonetheless, I love this car. You can catch me on the street and it always. We'll get back to this car a little later. I kind of just want to show you more of the people that I got to meet, got to interview, got to interact with, even collaborate with. So check it out. So the family over at Museum of Graffiti and Art of Hip Hop reset all 3 spaces that they have. I want to go check it out. So this one I kind of ran into. I knew they were doing an exhibit on this gentleman named Say Adams about his 40 years plus of work. And I never knew he had a Hot Wheels. He's a big hip hop guy, designed crazy amounts of logos for a lot of the biggest artists from the 80s till now, to my understanding, including the Chappelle logo, which is crazy. I'm a huge Chappelle fan.
Gotcha, bitch!
But I never knew he did a Hot Wheels car. So I kind of just was checking out the space, seeing all the new stuff they did to it. And he had them on display, so we got to talk about that. So it just kind of felt perfect with the whole Cars Basel thing that I was working on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Say Adams, and we are at the Art of Hip Hop viewing my exhibition, Departure, 40 Years of Art and Design here in Miami. This was a collaboration that I did with Mattel Creations last year, and it was basically me having an opportunity to celebrate my love of all things Hot Wheels. And they were a great brand partner. They just tapped me and said, hey, let's have some fun and play. And I was like, hey, you don't have to tell me twice. And we just played around with ideas. And the thing that was really great about working with Mattel Creations is that anything you dream, they can make it a reality. And for a kid from Queens, that was the best thing I could ever hear. What was really cool is that they have everything at their disposal. When I was designing this car, it was really cool. They sent me all of these, grids, and I could pick, the different sizes and the license plate and the tint on the windows and the pinstripes. It was just endless. And it was just something that I had never imagined when I was a kid, that I would grow up and have an opportunity to work with a brand like this. And it was just a dream come true. This was a combination of my love graphic combined with Hot Wheels. And the idea was, my work is sort of rooted in 60s and nostalgia, and they got that immediately. And so we came up with this idea that was basically an homage to that time period. The big, fancy, sexy van with the fat wheels. And it was just those 2 things is sort of coming together perfectly. And for me, what was really special was that I got an opportunity to make something that my 8-year-old self would have really been excited about. The idea that I'm working with a brand that I've loved forever, and they just have this, way of sort of, tapping into that little boy or girl in all of us. And, what more could you ask for? This is a sculpture that we made in conjunction with the release, and my work is primarily collage-based. And so when I got the opportunity to collaborate with them, I thought it would be a lot of fun to make something that was an homage to the Hot Wheels logo itself. And so we fabricated this And I just spent, days and days and days sifting through material from the Hot Wheels archives, and I created this piece.
How many of these have been made?
This is it.
So that's one of one?
Yeah.
Is there any other renditions of that bus, like samples?
We made it, and that was it. We didn't, have a lot of time to fiddle around with it. We just got down to business, and we just did it. You can find me on Instagram at Say Adams, and that's the handle that I use for everything. So you pick a platform at Say Adams, you can find me.
This is crazy. The dream car of mine right here. Next up is Dism. We saw him post on social that he was going to be collabing with this car rental service, that they were going to be painting live in Wynwood. Funny enough, me and Abel were walking down the street to go to Salty Donut, and we ran into the bus. He was actually starting on the piece, so this is what went down.
What's up, guys? My name is Dynamic. I'm here with 5-Star Fleet, teaming up with my boy DSM 305. We're about to do a collab on one of my vans. DSM's about to do something real crazy. We don't know what he's cooking. It's a 2024 Mercedes-Benz Metris, converted into a Maybach, which is all luxury inside. This is Art Basel, one of the biggest events in Miami, and we definitely want to showcase art, so I thought it would be a great idea showcasing the art on one of my vehicles. So this is probably going to work out really good for both of us.
What are you gonna paint today?
What am I gonna paint?
Dism was painting live in front of the Godspeed pop-up shop. They did an entire capsule wrapped around cars in Miami for Basel. So it was a perfect situation because Dism also happened to paint the front of the store. So this is like a perfect space for him to be at. Being that Godspeed was doing everything around cars, they even brought out their chocolate McLaren that they have that was actually going to get painted by Artlana later in the week. He actually did it at Yards in Hialeah, so it's kind of cool that you see some Wynwood activations happening in Hialeah. Shout out to the team over at the Yard. Here's some clips of that. Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm Whisbe. We are in some random forest in Miami, Florida. So we've got the side bear truck. It's my second iteration of a fur wrapped car. Last year, the idea initially came from one of my sculptures that had a material on it, a fur material. I had extra material, so I called my homies at Metro Wraps. I hit them up. I said, you guys want to do this crazy project? Bruno said, say less. And we converted a Porsche GT3 into a fuchsia pink furry Porsche GT3 last year, and I wanted to do something a little bigger and a little better this year, so this is how we got to the Cybertruck. You know, we love doing things last minute, so I'd say it was about a week's time from when I said the material was coming so that we could get it done before Basel and actually have it for a good time duration to run around town with it. Seems to be quite the attention getter. So with this truck, creatively I worked with Bruno over at Metro Wraps. They helped me do an amazing job kind of innovating this technique, so to speak, on getting fur as a wrap on a car and having it be functional so we could drive it. And also MPH Club, because they hooked it up with the car. They've got an amazing fleet of vehicles. We had any exotic to choose from. We'll be doing another one next year, so stay tuned.
We also had the opportunity to go check out Red Dot over at Mana Convention Center in Wynwood. Walking around, there was just car art everywhere. There's car influence everywhere. Like I said, I've never really noticed how much car stuff. Maybe there hasn't been a lot. Maybe it's just, new. I don't know. We actually got to meet this gentleman named
Alex Lanier.
He had very interesting art. I saw his stuff from across like 2 aisles because his stuff was in black and white. And he had donks and box Chevys and stuff painted, which is something you don't really see in an art fair per se. But being that, I'm from the crib and I saw what that was, I had to obviously go and check it out. He was just on the money with, what the car culture was in Miami. So, we had to give him a little shine. Check him out.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Alex Lanier, and this is my work right here. These pieces right here is part of my series called the Road Trip Music Series. And basically, I wanted to kind of showcase that music culture with cars. Okay, here in Miami, it's all about the speakers, the car culture, the trunk rattling, the donks, sitting there with the front raised up with the rim. So that's the Miami culture, right? So music is everything. So this is kind of paying homage to that. So you're going to see the donk right here, this piece. You're gonna see the box Chevy with the old school hip hop with the boombox with the equalizer. So that's the Miami culture that I kind of wanted to bring with this series right here. You'll see 2 Live Crew. You'll see Wu-Tang. You'll see all these things that you listen to in your car, part of the culture. So that's basically the series that I did right here. Car culture and music culture kind of combined.
And now back to my car. The homie Jason from Chicago hit me up and was like, hey, I got a homie going out to Miami that's going to do some art stuff, and she needs some help finding some cars. He sent me her page and what she was trying to do. Went through all her stuff. Her stuff is super, super cool. I'll link her Instagram on here so you can check it out. He put us on the phone together and we just got talking, and then, it turns out that what she wanted to do, my convertible, was actually perfect for it. She does this whole thing called Fast Girls. She basically wanted to post up the car somewhere in Wynwood and sell her prints out of the trunk and do a photo shoot around the whole 9. So basically she gets the subject, which was my car, and then some girls, which happen to be her friends from Chicago that were in town. They basically wear wigs, and this is just her whole creative element. But if you see her art, you have a better understanding of why she does what she does, and she's super dope. We had a good time, so check this out.
I'm Jazz Peterson of Chicago. We're having a moment with this beautiful Miracle Whip behind me. I have some fast girls. They're my best friends. We're celebrating one of their birthdays. Art Basel, celebration of life with a very talented photographer, Zoe Rain, and making the most of our youth days and this gorgeous weather. The elegance of this car. So I paint the fast girl. She is just the modern lady living in the urban landscape, doing what she wants to do, getting it for herself, and not living in anyone else's guidelines. So I think my girlfriends are great personifications of this character. I made some cool ass jackets. We're rocking them. The fast girl is, a guy can be a fast girl. You're a fast girl. I'm a fast girl. Your dog's a fast girl. It's an attitude.
You're missing the show.
We're just having fun. I don't think it's so often anymore these days that you just get together and want to have a photo shoot in the streets. I think we all did that a lot in high school, and when there's different forms of social media where I was like, okay, push each other in a bunch of leaves and let's see what comes out of it. But it's why not just be goofy and be yourself, make some dope magic happen. Zoe Rain is a phenomenal photographer. We have great models and a great car. This makes for a great multi-page spread in any magazine.
All right, guys, this concludes our first episode of Slide, our episode Art Basel. I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to ask you to please subscribe, please follow, please share. This whole channel is going to be about car culture and abundance, and we're going to have some builds on here. Go check out events, swap meets, talk about history, anything and everything related to the car world and anything that goes, basically. So we do plan to expand the channel in the future, but we just got to start somewhere. So we're starting now. We're starting this way. I hope you guys check it out. Once again, this is Derek G. Thank you for everything, and welcome to Slide.
This is nuts.